It's Andrew signing in. This is month 8, day number 2. As you can probably tell, I'm sitting in the back lot. It's about 1:15 in the morning. I decided to come back onto campus. Mina's out, venue scouting for her band. So I got bored at home, being alone. Decided to come onto campus and just hang out. Today was a pretty good day, I must admit. I had, the first principles and applications of electronics, or electricity, earlier today at 1:15, and then, which was, wow, a whole 12 hours ago, what do you know? And then after that, at 5 o'clock, I had my first audiotronics lab, which was pretty cool. So the PAE lecture, it was pretty standard, pretty typical. My instructor, he seems pretty cool. He's got this huge beard. A lot of the staff seems to have large beards at this school. And we went over we did not go over electricity, believe it or not. We went over magnetism, which it might seem kind of strange being the first class, or the first lecture of an electricity class, but magnetism has a lot to do with electricity, like they are inextricably linked together and all that. So we learned about magnetism and magnet stuff and whatnot. A lot of people thought it was fairly boring, and that's understandable. I get that, but I was kind of somewhat interested in it. One of the main things that I took away from it was I need to get the Ohm's law formulas and stuff down, or at least the labeling for them, because Ohm's law is huge in this class. We also learned about a couple other dead people's laws and whatnot, but it wasn't bad. We got another the notes for this month are all like fill in the blank stuff. I've got mine right here. Just give me a second. Is this it? No, but I've got homework. This is the homework. We'll get to that here in a second. I think this is the notes. Yeah, principles and applications of electronics. Notes. Fill in the blank. And we only went through the first, it wasn't near as many pages as yesterday's notes for audiotronics. It was only the 2 middle pages here, and then the back page. And we talked about, of course, the magnetic fields, this thing called an eddy current, which seems pretty cool in my opinion. Kind of what a closed circuit is, and then resistances a little bit. And we went over Ohm's law at the end. The homework I haven't taken a look at. I knocked out some of my audiotronics homework a little earlier. I was inside. I decided to come out for the video. But yeah, I've got some homework to do. A couple pages of it. Doesn't look too bad. I'll probably get it knocked out tomorrow. I only have one class. But the first PAE lecture, not bad. I enjoyed it. The instructor seems pretty cool. And whatnot. So, yeah, that was great. The audiotronics lab, the first lab for that class, that was pretty cool. I had a blast in lab today. Let me show you. So, I get there, and it's like, yeah, we have our own soldering stations and all that. I made this today. I didn't get the red bit on there, the red rubber piece, but this is a tester cable with the alligator clamps. You can see that. Yeah, tester cable, and as you can, I don't know if you can see that, but right there in the middle, there's heat shrink, so we had to cut the cable in two and solder it together, and then solder this. As you can see, my handiwork looks pretty good, if you ask me. So, testing cable. The coolest thing about today was that I got a new XLR cable, courtesy of myself. We made XLR cables today, so it's pretty awesome. We got a short length of cable, had to do the ends and then solder them onto the insides of each of the pieces. So I am definitely happy with today. It was a really good day. I'm hyped about this XLR cable. And the lab stuff, we went through it kind of step by step. It was a lot of fun because it lasted the whole 4 hours pretty much. But I didn't mind because I was actually doing stuff the whole time, and I thought it was pretty fun. So I'm definitely intrigued in the soldering and all the circuits and cables and shit and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. The audiotronics textbook here, this thing. got too many books. Basically, this, like I think I mentioned it sometime in the past 2 days. Not only does it have like kind of fill in the blank notes from the lecture, but like I said, it has the lab stuff, and we followed exactly along with the book. We didn't actually use the book. We had like the lab tech, who, by the way, the lab tech was my instructor, or is the lab tech that I have for Audiotronics is my lecture instructor for Audiotronics. So it's the same guy. So that was pretty cool. But he had like the PowerPoint slides with little videos, like looping videos that were demonstrating what step we were on. So that was really nice. But it did follow right along with all this stuff. I would say the hardest part about the lab was the wire stripping, was not cutting, because like we have generic wire strippers in the Audiotronics lab, or just that room in general, because it's also the PAE lab room. But room 118 and FS4F, FS3F, yeah, generic wire strippers. So it doesn't have like the different gauge sizes, so you kind of have to guesstimate and then rip it. And like on this freaking cable here, this one, like it was way longer to begin with because I kept cutting through the whole thing. It was frustrating. But I figured I got the hang of it, and I'm pretty good at stripping cables and wires now. The XLR cable, this thing was hard to strip because it's so thick. Actually, you had to kind of cut the rubber and then get the needle nose pliers and peel off the end of the rubber to get the wires exposed. And then, after that, you have to tear out, like cut off the paper that's inside, because right inside the rubber is a layer of paper weaving. And then you have to unwrap, it's rubber, paper, and then rubber, string, then paper. So you had to cut off the string and the paper that's inside the rubber. Then you had to unweave the ground wire, okay, without getting any of the inner insulation in, because inside the ground weave is more insulation of paper and string, which you have to cut off after carefully unbraiding or unweaving the ground cable. And then you have to strip the white and the black cable, which is your pins 2 and 3, which is your high and low, I do believe. And then of course you had to solder it to the pieces here and put them on. I don't know, it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed myself. I think this class is going to be a blast. I mean, I'm enjoying it so far to the fullest. On another note, I'm studying pretty good. Like I said, I just got done studying for like a good hour inside the building there. For some reason, I always feel more motivated to study when I'm actually on campus. So I guess it's a good thing I came out here tonight, because I actually did get a bit of my homework done and whatnot. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know what else is up. Let's see. My PAE labs, there's only one PAE lab a week. So that's not too bad at all. There's 2 AUT labs per week, but there's 2 lectures for each of them a week. So really, the schedule this month is not bad at all, and I'm kicking it off pretty good. I think I'm feeling really good about the class. Obviously, I have a lot of work to do in the couple weeks ahead, but it's going to be over before we know it. They always do that. So I don't know. Hopefully, all goes well. Planning to kick some butt this month, and yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess this video is going to be a little short. I did cover everything. I'm really trying to stay strict on myself this month. If you have any questions or anything about the school, comments, concerns, even if you think the school sucks, let me know, and your opinion will be valued, of course. But hopefully you don't think the school sucks, because it's a great school. I enjoy it. I don't know, Florida's nice. I'm wearing a sweatshirt and shorts tonight. I was going to go work out, but then I realized Mina had the little key card to the workout room, so I couldn't do that. I think that's why I came out here, because I couldn't go work out. I guess a bike ride over here is good enough. Anyway, stay in touch. Keep checking out the videos. I guess I'm really trying to drag it on. Okay, well, until tomorrow, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you then.